name is William Onyebo Ago. I started a company by the name Ethno Solutions about 15 years ago. Shortly after that, we opened up another contract manufacturing facility called Just Colors Inc. Just Colors is, specifically contract manufacturing for hair colors, but we do more than hair colors. We also involved in doing medical cosmetics. We do cosmeceuticals. We do skincare and hair care, contract filling and packaging. Ethno Solutions is pretty much the research and development engine for Just Colors. Although the two companies are separate, but they're connected in a way. And the connection is that the R&D is Ethno Solutions and the manufacturing arm is Just Colors. That's how they are connected or tied together. Just Colors was started about 2.5 years ago, to support our clients that need, bulk manufacturing on their behalf. So we thought there was a need for that. And 2.5 years ago, a friend of mine from Nigeria called me up and said, you know what, why don't we see if we can set something up to cater to these customers that are interested in hair color, because hair color has become a trend, not just in US, but in some African countries. So I said, well, that sounds like a good idea. And also in Chicago at the time, Chicago is in Midwest, US. So we don't have a lot of contract manufacturers that focus on hair color. Most of the contract manufacturers are pretty much, shampoos and conditioners. So we thought this might be a good opportunity to be able to service these clients. And that's basically, where we are now. So we've started and everything is going well. Most of our clients, though, are pretty much international companies that are looking for a way to have a partner in US that will strengthen their, relationship with, having a partner here to be able to produce for them in US. They sell their products in US. It will cover the need of trying to ship bulk or ship finished products from whatever country that they're based into United States. So that's how we will be able to pretty much reduce the cost on their product, as well as just create superb products for them to use in order to move forward with their business. So that's where we are. I got into the industry. First of all, I actually came to United States to go to medical school. One of my best friends who made a pact and said, we want to be surgeons, and the only thing that would have stopped us from being surgeons would be if there's an obstacle somewhere that will prevent that from happening. As of today, as I'm speaking to you now, the best friend I'm talking about is a surgeon now. So I'm not regretting that I didn't become a surgeon, but unfortunately, at that time, it was a little tougher to be a foreign student and be able to get into the schools that you want to get if you don't have the funds already, set up. So that's what derailed my, becoming a surgeon. So you would have been looking at a surgeon now if I would have been able to have all the funds I needed in order to continue with my medical school. So I started it, but I had to cut it off, cut it short, and then moved on to becoming an organic chemist. So I went to school instead for chemistry. So I got 2 master's degrees in chemistry, one in analytical chemistry and one in organic chemistry. I also have my MBA. So I decided, let me go towards the business route. Since the other road is pretty much blocked for me, but I also still had hope that I was eventually going to come back and maybe go back into medical school. Now that I can probably, support myself in going to medical school, but I may have run out of time because, right now I have some other things that are more of an interest. So we'll see how that goes. So that's how I got started. And then my first job was at Softsheen. I think I was about 19 years old. About 19 when I started at Softsheen as a technician. So from there, worked my way up to becoming a chemist while I was still in school, doing graduate school or whatever, and then eventually I became the director of research and development for Softsheen, and then wound up with L'Oreal as the director of R&D in one of their divisions in Chicago. And then from there, I went to a company in New Jersey, I believe. Yeah. I was the vice president for research and development there, and while I was trying to start off my consulting business. So that's how the Ethno Solutions was born. So I got tired of working for somebody and other stuff. I said, you know what, I might as well just move forward and create my own lab and start servicing some of the smaller salons and companies that need chemists to be able to create their own line. And that's what we did. Right now we are in the research and development and QC lab. Our setup usually, when a client comes to us, the first place is if they have their own formula, we start on the QC part. But if they don't have their own formula and they rely on us to create the concept of formulation for them, and we start that here in the research and development lab, where they might have a prototype formula that we can start with, or they may have just an idea that they want us to build on. And that format, they fill a form that we call product development request form. Once that form is completed, it will be sent to our QC manager to review and make sure that everything there is doable. Once it's approved by me, that we can actually move forward and develop the formula or develop the concept, and we'll be able to also scale it up in production. We usually will, depending on the product, it takes about maybe anywhere from 1 to 3 months, to develop a product and do a short stability on that product. And then samples are sent to the client. Once they approve the samples, the next step will be a pilot run. When the pilot run is completed, the purchase order, is executed and comes to us. We'll start the process of ordering the raw materials, to develop their production. The way the setup is here, whatever, we have an entrance and an exit, with regards to product movement, or raw material movement. Maybe we'll get a chance to, show you the warehouse or the factory, how the movement of product comes in and how the, finished product exits the plant. As a company, we have a very strong ambition to technically arm our clients with the highest quality products out there, so that their battles will not be fought inside a bottle. So their focus will only be in the marketing and packaging of their products and things like that. And we take pride in that. As our main focus, we will deal with some of our clients. Unfortunately, the industry is so diluted now to the point where everybody is selling everything. So if we can differentiate our clients' products, inside the bottle from anybody else's product with regards to their quality or whatever, we want all their energy to be spent, trying to push their product, so that they wouldn't make any excuses as to why they weren't able to sell. It definitely wouldn't be because of the quality of the product or the performance of the product. That's really what we, hope to, do and continue doing.